Hi there, this is Bruno from Spainguru.es, your portal and community for Spanish immigration. And today I have some good news for you guys, as the startups law has been approved by the Spanish Congress. And this has very big implications in terms of visa for digital nomads. Let's go with it. The new law introduces tax benefits for investors and entrepreneurs and other measures to attract and retain digital talent. The government expects to raise the investment by a minimum of 20% after 3 years in force. The Spanish Congress on November 3rd, 2022, approved the Startups Law, that's 4 days ago, with which the government seeks to turn Spain into a pole of entrepreneurship and attract investment. The norm, which incorporates changes agreed by the actors of the sector and the rest of the parties, went ahead with 177 votes ahead in favor and 75 abstentions and the votes against the PP, Partido Popular. Now will be sent to the Senate to continue its processing, and it is expected to enter into force on January 1st, 2023, so really around the corner. In a meeting with journalists, the Secretary of State for Digitization and Artificial Intelligence, Carme Artigas, assured that the business case that the government is considering is that in 3 years after the new law comes into force, we can achieve a minimum increase in 20% on the current investment in the entrepreneurship sector. The support of the Chamber comes 11 months after the government approved the bill, and more than 80 amendments were incorporated. The law includes important tax measures, eliminates bureaucratic obstacles, and makes procedures more flexible to encourage the creation and investment in emerging technology-based companies. It also incorporates key measures to attract and recover international and national talent, favoring the establishment in Spain of teleworkers and digital nomads, and that's the key. Impact on taxation. Thus, in addition to reducing the tax rate on corporate tax and non-resident income tax, from the general rate of 25% to 15% in the first 4 years from which the tax base is positive, the rule facilitates the use of stock options as a form of remuneration, since it raises its tax exemption from 12,000 to 50,000 euros per year, and its taxation is delayed when they become liquid, either through the sale of the shares or through an IPO. Likewise, the conditions for generating treasury stock in limited liability companies are made more flexible. The law also raises the maximum deduction base for investment in newly or recent created companies from 60,000 to 100,000 euros per year, a tax incentive that investors and entrepreneurs can take advantage of. In addition, the type of deduction goes from 30% to 50%, and the period in which a recently created startup is considered to be 5 years, and 7 even in certain sectors. Regarding the taxation of the carried interest, successful commission of the venture capital managers, the exemption will be up to 50%, although its taxation is maintained as income from work and not as income from movable capital in personal income tax, or as had been the case, requested the industry. The double contribution to social security is also eliminated for entrepreneurs who simultaneously maintain a job as an employee during the first 3 years. With the latest changes introduced, the billing is increased from 5 to 10 million in the definition of startups. Entrepreneurs will be able to benefit up to 4 consecutive times from the benefits of the law, and the positive administrative silence by ENISA is included to qualify if a company can benefit from the law. In addition, this entity will be able to close agreements with other autonomous entities, both private and public, to be more efficient in the identification and classification of startups. The Digital Nomad Visa. To attract and retain talent, the changes introduced have served to create a new category of visa for digital nomad, called the Visa for International Teleworkers, or Digital Nomad Visa as we call it, to carry out a work or professional activity remotely for companies located outside national territory. The duration of the visa will be 1 year. In addition, the special tax regime is extended by which it is now taxed by IRNR, or tax on the income of non-residents, and not the IRPF, which is the tax on income of natural persons, to, among others, digital nomads. The law makes it easier to obtain a visa and residency for highly qualified startup workers, as well as non-resident Spanish workers for at least 5 years. The text also extends 1 more year, up to 2, the permit provided for foreign higher education students to find employment or start a professional project in Spain once they complete the studies. And you can find a related article by Spainguru. You can check the job search visa, a new door for recent graduates to work in Spain, and you have the link in the description below. Likewise, the creation and strengthening of entrepreneurial ecosystems in the rural world is encouraged, and the creation of sandboxes is favored so that Spain is a place of testing and innovation. The rule recognizes the capacity of the tax agency to verify whether the necessary requirements to benefit from tax incentives are met and remain in force, and raises the threshold of the penalty provided to reverse these benefits when there is a conviction of one of the partners, but will only be applicable if the convicted person has at least 5% of the capital. You can also check our recently released article, The New Spanish Digital Nomad Visa, a new visa to work remotely from Spain. You will find the links in the description of the video below. Please keep in mind that all this information provided is based on personal experience or internet research and should not be considered legal or financial advice. So if you need to contact experts, immigration experts, tax experts, etc., you can find the links in the menu on the top of the page of spainguru.ds. You can also join our Facebook groups. This one, the Spain Immigration Residency Questions, is nearly 16,000 members. But as we're talking about the Digital Nomad Visa, we also have a specific group for the Spanish Digital Nomad Visa, and you can join it also today. Remember that when you post questions, you can also do it anonymously on Facebook. All right, so this group has 220 members, and we also have one for non-lucrative visa, Spanish non-lucrative visa, with nearly 600 members too. You can join today, and also you can join our newsletter, our weekly newsletter that we send every Monday morning, with all the news, with all the most discussed topics of our community. And so please subscribe today. You can also unsubscribe anytime. It's free, so yeah, just go ahead and do it. All right, well, thank you. That's all for now. Thank you very much for viewing this video. If you like it, please give us a thumbs up, subscribe to the channels, and hit the bell button so you get notifications every time we upload a new video. This is Bruno from Spainguru.es. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.